The next recipients, that's plural, are Bill and Carol Wallace. Nationally recognized children's authors, Bill and Carol Wallace both graduated from the Oklahoma College of Liberal Arts in the early 1970s. Carol Priddle Wallace graduated in 1970, and Bill took a little longer. It took him to 1971. I don't know if that's why. Both received elementary education degrees. They received their master's degrees from Southwestern Oklahoma State University in 1974. Carol received her master's degree in elementary education, while Bill's degree is in elementary administration. Longtime Chickasha residents, the Wallaces taught children in the area for many years. Bill taught 4th grade, kindergarten, served as assistant principal at the Chickasha 9th grade center, and was the principal and physical education teacher at West Elementary. Carol worked as a 2nd grade teacher at Southwest and Grand Elementary Schools in Chickasha. Bill's first book, and I think I was reading, it may have been his first published book, maybe not the first book he wrote, but the first that was published, was A Dog Called Kitty. It was written during his days as a 4th grade teacher in Chickasha. This book won the Oklahoma Sequoia Award, the Texas Bluebonnet Award, and the Nebraska Golden Sower Award. In 2000, he received the Arl M. Gibson Lifetime Achievement Award from the Oklahoma Center for the Book. He authored nearly a dozen more books that won awards from Oklahoma, Utah, South Carolina, Florida, Kansas, Wyoming, Maryland, Connecticut, Arizona, and Canada. And the Electoral College elected him as well. I'm sorry. After this week, it just seemed like I was reading that whole list. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Did you get Canada? Canada's in there too. International awards. Carol has co-authored books with Bill and is an award-winning author for her books for younger children that include One Nosy Pup and Turkeys Together. And after serving in the legislature, I'm resisting remarks. Oh well, it's a new legislature. Hope springs eternal. In recognition of Bill Wallace's contributions to education, the Chickasha Public Schools, as you all know, named the Bill Wallace Early Childhood Center in honor of him. Since retirement, the Wallaces continue writing and speaking at schools and conferences across America. The couple has 3 children and several grandchildren. Chickasha, Oklahoma, is certainly fortunate, and this campus is extremely proud of Bill and Carol Wallace. Would you please welcome them to the stage?
Carol. I grew up and still live west of Chickasha, Oklahoma. The columns marking the Oklahoma College for Women were a wonderful landmark for me as I was growing up. My family dairy farmed, so we didn't get very far from home. My dad's sisters, they went to school here. 2 of them became longtime teachers. My cousin Kathleen Sampson graduated from OCW. My brother David Priddle graduated from USAO, and my cousin Kenneth Sampson was even one of the, worked in the art department for a few years. And currently, our granddaughter Bethany is a senior at Chickasha High School and taking concurrent classes at USAO. Our college in our town is a tradition for us. My education at USAO gave me the training that I needed to teach school. I taught 2nd grade for 26 years. Bill also became a teacher and an administrator. He started writing stories for kids and became an author. We're both now writing stories and do a considerable more traveling than we used to. When we mention we're from Chickasha, well, if you can pronounce it, then you've been here. We often have people tell us that their mother or their grandmothers went to school here, and even some were students at USAO. And I'm honored to tell people that I graduated from our college. And I'm excited to tell them about, I'm now a part of the Hall of Fame. But when we come back from trips to other parts of the United States, I'm always excited to see those landmarks that meant so much to me so long ago. The pillars show me that I'm home. And when they started breaking those down a few years ago, I was not very happy about it. I was glad to see that they came back up.
After the introduction I got, the intelligent thing to do would be say thank you or sit down, because I don't think I can talk that long. As with Carol, I'm very proud to be a part of this campus, and this school, and this town, and this state. When our son started to college, we went to parent orientation. And they told us, you have to understand, children are no longer as they were when you went through school. They may change their major 3 or 4 times. I was always ahead of my time. I came back to school to get certified to become a teacher. My sister graduated from OCW and spent 33 years teaching 2nd grade. My mother graduated from OCW and retired from the Chickasha math department when she was 74 years old. And was not quite ready, but she retired anyway. I went back, and despite the fact that Carol was just doing her first year of teaching by the time I finally got around to going into education, and came home crying almost every night, it did not deter me a bit until I got there. I had changed majors a number of times at another college because I liked the professors that taught individual subjects. When I got here going to teacher education, I found some really good teachers. And I didn't have to switch to another major to find something that I liked and this person that I liked. Dr. Smith was one of my favorites. I do not remember that many of his classes, but I remember him instilling in us that children were the most important part of any kind of education. I was lucky enough to have E.B. Turley as a superintendent who fortified and backed up those remarks and those feelings with us. Hattie Orr threw me out with kids, and I enjoyed it. She made us read. She talked a lot about children's literature and how you could reach children. And if it had not been for her and Dr. Smith and other professors here and Mrs. Nash, who was my 4th grade teacher, I would have probably never learned to read well enough to get through high school. In high school and first few years of college, I was on a number of lists. None as nice or as wonderful as this, I can guarantee you. And the thing I think I'm the most proud of is she was always a better teacher than I ever was. And she can write those little books that I never could get because I'm too long-winded. And I'm very proud of her and very proud both of us are